It's about time. It's about time we talked about some updated skin prep here, because brands have been releasing some good stuff, some stuff that I've really been enjoying. And this is going to be for everyone. I'm going to talk about balanced, combination, oily. We're going to go down everything, because to me, skin prep, which is what I call primer, it's really just about spot priming and using different products on each section of the face. And we're going to talk about sunscreen. I just ran up the stairs, so I'm out of breath. I can't hide it from y'all. So I already have skincare on, and I'm going to go get screenshots of what I have on. I'll give you links. I'm balanced to dry, but I will say if a product's universal, I'm going to put a star emoji. And most of what I use can be used for all skin types. Even though I'm balanced to dry, the things that I use and the placement of where I put them, they can work for just about anybody. But this is my actual skincare. So when I get out of the shower from washing my face, I'll even show you what I'm using to wash my face in. But let me shut my door because Ben's on a very important phone call. This is the face wash I use. Ben uses it too, and he's more combination. I feel like let's put a star on it. This would be great for everyone. I use it. It's gentle enough for the morning when I'm not removing makeup. It doesn't just strip my skin and I don't feel like, you know the feeling. And I love it. And then it's also enough to cleanse my face after cleansing balm. I'll talk about that, but I'm just kind of running through this because it's more about prepping the skin. This is an amazing face wash. I don't even know how many I've purchased. They do send me some, but I still purchase so many of these myself. Probably one of my favorite face washes of all time. 10 out of 10. Ooh, I forgot to get you a link. Here's the link. Over that way. Another Ula product. Love this one. I think I posted about this one in my last one, but I highly believe in this kind of essence toner, if you will. They're sometimes called toners, but they're really moved to the word essence, or lotion even. They're called lotions. And these just honestly kind of set the tone. These are so important. I know for years I used to think, why would I need that when I just have serum and moisturizer? These kind of get your skin ready for the serum and the moisturizer, and they get you going. They get you ready for your skincare. This one is so amazing. I'm on my third. Love it. And I purchased my last one. So this one's a 10 out of a 10. And then I have one more product that I'm going to show from Ula, and I'm going to show you how I use it. But moving on, this is where we're at. Keep in mind, this isn't the skin prep. This is the skin care. This is everything that's all my lotions and potions that I need. So we're not even to the makeup part. We're still on skincare. This is what I do. Wash my face. We're going to do the essence. Now we're going to move on to a serum. And let me go grab that. I'm going to show you the serum that I use, but I want you to know that I change serums so often. I truly don't have a favorite serum. I really and truly don't. What you're seeing right now are my other favorites, but with serums, I change them up. All I look for is things that are anti-aging, fine lines, that help with fine lines, and sometimes things with vitamin C, because vitamin C brightens, and I love anything super brightening. But the one I'm using right now is from Dior, but I'm not going to tell you to run out and buy it. I'll show it to you, but I've used it enough to see if I like it, and I do like it, but I feel like there are other serums that might even be more affordable that I've tried. I need to research that more, but always know that I'm always switching serums. So I'm never going to be able to just tell you, buy this serum, it's magical. I'm always switching. Okay, so this is the serum I've been using. They did send this to me, and I've been testing it out. I would say that it's good for all skin types because it's just nice and brightening. It's anti-aging. I really, really like it, but I really don't want you to feel like you need to just absolutely run out and it's some miraculous serum. And you know, I always want to remind y'all that my skin looks the way that it does mainly because of genetics and just my lifestyle of just, you know, hiding in my dark room. Genetics mostly. Genetics plays such a huge part. So I don't want y'all to feel like I need to buy the most expensive serum. I have a lot that I've tried, and this one's really, really nice, but again, meh. Now, I'm not one that loves a super thick eye cream, and this is perfection. I have been using this 2 months. They sent it before it came out. I am a huge Elemis fan. I just love their products. I love the way they wear with makeup. Again, I have access to all of the skincare, and I still buy a lot of my skincare, and the way that Elemis just works with makeup is chef's kiss. It's so wonderful. This is an amazing eye cream. Again, I'm not trying to say it's going to give magic. I don't have dark circles, and I do have fine lines. I do, and I don't have Botox or any fillers, but I obviously don't have fine lines like some fine lines. So I never want y'all to feel like this is going to change everything, because at the end of the day, there's just so many factors. But it does pair beautifully with makeup, and my under eye feels so wonderfully hydrated. I love it. So this is where we're going to move on to skin prep. And I know you're thinking, where's moisturizer? But I actually use moisturizer more in skin prep because I don't have moisturizer on right now. All I have on is everything that you just saw. That's everything I have on at the moment. And I'm kind of feeling around. It's a very humid day. Weather is a huge factor where I live and how my skin feels. And also remember, I'm balanced to dry, so my skin's retaining moisture. I mean, look at it. Look at that right there. And I would decide if I want to add moisturizer. And I think that I do want to add some moisturizer. I feel like that would help my makeup more. So the moisturizer I use, I'm going to go get the screenshot too, but let me just show you this. I saw it yesterday. I need to go. I have another jar downstairs and I need to go get it. This is amazing. Oh, I forgot to put my stars on. I'm so terrible. I'm so sorry. Stars for all of that. That would work for all skin types. Even this, which I will go grab this and I'll remember to put a star. It's so lightweight, but it's so hydrating. And then I have something else. We're going to move on to skin prep. That's where we go into more of skin type. But everything that you just saw me use, oily, balanced combination, it just doesn't add too much to, if you're oily, everything that I just mentioned would be beautiful on your skin. It would just help keep it balanced. It's not going to make you shiny. You're not going to feel heavy. Nothing I just mentioned is heavy. If you do need extra moisture, that's going to go into skin prep, but we're moving on. But this is the part where I would put sunscreen. But listen, this is important because I'm going to show you looks that I would not wear sunscreen with. Because at the end of the day, sunscreen is not going to pair as nicely with very heavy foundation. This one is quite wonderful and it's spicy price, but you cannot feel it. I'm about to put it on, I'll show you. But I do want you to know that there are certain looks, special event, flash. I know that it's such a touchy subject, and that's one of the reasons I don't like talking about skincare, but makeup cannot always pair as well with sunscreen. It just, but it does with some looks. I'll go grab some pics. Be right back. Okay, this is a good example. This much makeup, because it's mostly just eye makeup, we could wear sunscreen underneath this. It's not too heavy. I don't have on a lot of foundation. It's going to pair nicely with this. This is fine. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That highlighter, this is on my saved highlights if you want to see the look. This you could absolutely wear, but I will say if you're going to take pictures, you're going to have flash photography, you do run the risk of flashback and looking a little gray, having a little bit of a cast. Even with mineral, chemical, I mean, I've tried it all, and just sometimes when you're wearing a little bit more makeup than usual, sabotage. And I've tried them all. This one's incredible, but we're not there yet. Now it looks like this is going to be harder to wear sunscreen. Just the heavier the base, the more it just wants to fight against each other. I'm not telling you not to wear it. I'm just saying that I don't wear it for looks like this, and I want to be honest with all of you. But if you have to wear a look like this, and you do have to be out in the sun, let me go show you something. It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but it's a wonderful, wonderful fix, and I want y'all to be safe. So let me go find it. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this, because this is actually really, really nice. SPF 45, we love that. So you're going to get all of your base, all of your concealer on. You got all that on. Spray this, then set with your puff and your powder and lock that in. And then if you need to reapply it later, and if you're looking for something to reapply, this is super easy. And I like the mister on it too. If I know that say I have to go to an event, it's going to be outside. I would rather this be on top and pressed in than to just put it under the makeup. So there's a problem solved there. Y'all are really gonna like this, by the way. I've been using this for a very long time now. But if you're wanting to wear it underneath and you're wanting to wear something light, this from By Terry feels like absolute nothing. And you're supposed to put on a ton of sunscreen, even more than this. So that's why sometimes it just doesn't pair nicely. But this is going to go in. So if you're oily, you're gonna like the way this feels and wears. But we're gonna do lighter makeup when we do it underneath. And if you want to do heavier makeup, you're gonna do that SPF spray. And if you already have a sunscreen and you're having zero issues, continue to do that, please. Okay, we're gonna let that sink in. Of course, we're gonna bring it all the way down here. I would probably add more, but I'm actually going to film a bunch of stuff once I'm done here. So probably gonna have to take the sunscreen off because I'm gonna do some heavier stuff. But I'm wanting to make sure that y'all have all of the options. So this next product I'm gonna show, it does have the BHAs in it, and that's why I really recommend this, even the sunscreen back on top. Spray that on top to reapply later, because anytime you're working with these kind of acids, it's just safe. It's safe to be sun safe. And I wanna remind y'all that. I'm not as careful as I'm telling y'all to be, but I want y'all to be that careful. So I'm just gonna use that much because I'm not putting this all over my face. You can absolutely put this all over your face, but for me, since I'm balanced to dry, I really just love this through the center. And I'm gonna press this in with my fingers. And if you're oily combination or even balanced to dry, I need to put a star next to this because anybody can wear this. And it even helps keep your pores clean if you wear it over time. But again, it has those acids in it, so we want to make sure that our sunscreen is back on top too. Yes. Okay, I need a drink of water. Skin prep and skincare is exhausting. It is. It's because it's so personal. And I don't want what I say to just make you change everything you're doing. I want you to do what's already working for you. I'm just showing what I do. And what I do could honestly make you go, oh my God, I could never do that. But I'm just showing you what I do. And I want you to continue to do what you do if you're enjoying it. But this is what I do, and this is what's been working for me. And now we're gonna keep moving on. We're gonna keep trucking here. Let's keep trucking. So now I would put on moisturizer on the outer perimeter. I know it's absolutely wild, but skin prep is a lot different to me than, oh, that's not released yet. You can't see that. Put that back. It's a lot different to me. And it's really just about what the skin needs that day. Because some days my skin might not need this. So the outer perimeter, we all get that vibe, right? I need a little bit more. That's just gonna go out here where we didn't place. Because that SPF that I have on here, we're supposed to act like that's not there, but it feels like there's nothing on my face, which is really good. But normally I wouldn't have the SPF on my face. Bring it down my chest, because I have to put makeup there sometimes because my chest gets so red. Because I'm always just frantic like a small cat. By the way, this is the Pro Collagen Morning Matrix. That's the one you're seeing me use here. This has been my favorite moisturizer for months now. Months. And it's beautiful. It's so lightweight. Oily skin, dry skin, balanced skin, all of it. Combination. You're gonna love this. It's just so lightweight, but it just holds in that moisture and it's beautiful. And it wears beautifully under makeup. I've tried a lot of moisturizers and you'll notice you're not even gonna see a primer. And I know you're gonna think that that's wild, and no matter your skin type, what I'm showing, it's so pretty under makeup, and makeup wears. You'll notice that my wear tests, and you know, sometimes let me tell you a story. Let me get you a link. So when I first started really getting into foundation, I remember primers and silicone-based primers and the grippy primers and all of those primers. I would try them, and I'm balanced to dry, and I was like, this is going to be great. If you're wearing a primer and it's working, this does not, don't even listen to this. But if you still are having trouble with your makeup and how it wears and even how it goes on, my skincare and these steps that I'm using right here, this is how I've been able to get my makeup to last. And it's really changed how I enjoy makeup. When I started doing this, I started to enjoy makeup more. So that's why you don't see a whole lot of primers. I'm gonna show you one more super mattifying primer that does pair nicely because I wanna make sure everybody's covered. But if you're just right on the verge of oily but not super oily, I was saying if you're oily but not super oily, extreme oily, this right here is going to work for you. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it. But let me find the one that'll work if you're very oily. And makeup still goes beautifully over it. Sometimes matte primers, they kind of just, and they'll separate makeup and it just gets real funky. That will not. This, the one I'm gonna show you, just beautiful with makeup. 10 out of 10. Now this right here from Milk, let me shrink myself. This is the Pore Eclipse Primer, and if you're oily or very oily, this is so wonderful. And it has the niacinamide in it. And I don't know what it is, but makeup and niacinamide, besties. And the dosage that they have in here is just absolutely perfect with makeup. It's wonderful. You are going to enjoy it. Please remember, a little goes a long way. And even if you're extremely oily, try to avoid the outer perimeter kind of through here, because if we put it out there and then we're wanting to blend a cream bronzer, we're wanting to even blend really anything, it can get a little wild out this way, but through the center you should be okay. But it's really good. I got excited. I think I forgot to put the link because I get so excited knowing that I find things that work for everyone. And I know that they work for everyone because I have friends and then I give them these things because I have one, and then I give some to my friends that have oily skin, combo skin, extra dry skin, and I know that they work. So makes me happy because I don't want to just be like, oh, this is what's working for me and I hate this. Not this, but you know, this isn't whatever. Because I feel that we're all so different. So I want to be able to research and find things that work for everyone. Also, if you're noticing things that might be called a primer and you're going, Rose, I thought you didn't like primers, keep in mind that they're mainly skincare ingredients, and I just feel like skincare is what makes makeup where it's best. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about dry skin or very dry skin. So right now I'm not dry, but say I'm hitting the retinol really hard, and this isn't nighttime, so we're not going to talk about retinol. I'll do that. Stay tuned. But this is how I would prep my skin if I want it to go on very smoothly. So I would need half a drop of this oil, which I'm just putting it on the back of my hand. Also, you'll notice that I don't drop things on my face. I find that when I would do that, I would be using way too much product, but I find that if I put it on the back of my hand, I can just be a little bit more precise, because doing this, I get out of control. You might not get out of control, but I get out of control. Now, wherever you're dry, that right there is going to be enough. I know, but you just don't need as much as you think. So I'm gonna put this together, and then I'm gonna put this underneath my eyes, wherever I have that dryness. Say you have some dryness around here, anywhere that you have dryness, press this oil in. Like I said, I don't really have any dryness right now, but let's just put some on. We sometimes get dryness around our mouth. You know what I forgot to do because I get wild? I forgot to put this on, hang on. So just let that sink in anyways. Just let that sink in. I also like to put it right here, kind of on the high point of my cheek, because it'll peek through my foundation later in a good way, not in an oily way. It's absorbed, but it just makes this super just hydrated and juicy. And then I like to do that instead of highlighter. Now we're gonna let that sink in 5 minutes. It really does need that much time. But something I do want you to notice is I have on a lot of stuff and nothing is peeling on my face. Isn't that nice? That's a big deal. I want y'all to see that. No peely. No peeling, none. let's let that sink in, and I'm gonna stop just aggravating my face. Now, you might think that this is too much, but when I tell you my concealer started wearing like it did when I was in my 20s, when I started, I mean, hello. When I started to put this on top, now this is better on top of your eye cream or your eye cream, the oil, and then this. This alone isn't as great, but this locks in all of that. And then I do love my brush. I went and got it. It was clean. Which I'm gonna go film that. I'm gonna go film how I wash my brushes. And then this just locks everything in and it smooths. And then that's my skin prep. Some up here too, smooth this top part. You know, it's smoothing around my eye area. And there you have it. Now, this is just what I do, and I will say that all of these products, aside from these, this one really, even if you're oily, this would still work for you. And this is the eye mask. This is the last thing I just put on underneath my eye. You could just put this on top of your eye cream that you already use if you're oily or combination. I feel like our under eyes is generally the one place that doesn't seem to be oily. So our under eyes, they're such a delicate little area. So as much hydration as we can get under there, the better off that we are. So that would still work for oily skin types. But the really cool thing is that none of this is balling up. And that's a really big deal underneath makeup. So if you're having that issue, I will say that these products do pair so nicely together. And that kind of balling up, that's one of the reasons that our makeup might be lifting or separating or not going on smoothly. So you can see that all of this pairs so nicely. Now I will definitely save this to my highlights, but I never want y'all to feel pressured that you need all of this. If you already have something that's working, please just use what you have. Let's just focus on other techniques to fix things, and that's really what we're about here. We're just about helping each other. Products, they do make a difference, but only if you're having issues. We'll try to figure it out, because I know this stuff is very spicy priced. And if you're wondering why I don't show affordable skincare like I do makeup, to me, it's about ingredients and dosage in skincare, so that's harder to do, because yes, a skincare product can be more affordable, but they might use less of the niacinamide or less of that anti-aging ingredient that's in there. So we're not getting the same benefits. So that's why it's harder for me to dupe the skincare than it is makeup. Now that's it for today. I'll save this to my highlights, and then I'm gonna go film a bunch more stuff, some helpful stuff. I'm gonna go film washing my brushes and what I use. I'm excited because y'all have been asking. And I'm just looking around, seeing if there's anything. Oh, I was gonna film, I don't know where it went, the new Charlotte Tilbury puffy blushes. the you know, the blushes from Charlotte Tilbury, the new ones that just launched. I'm gonna go film those, and if we're having problems with them, which I'm getting a lot of DMs that people are, I'm gonna go solve those problems, because I do have them, but I haven't even used them yet. But I know what the problem is, and I know how to fix it. I love y'all so much, and I'm gonna post how I clean my lashes tonight. So I'll see y'all in the comments.